Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Royal Rumble match. Introducing first, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 243 pounds, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Introducing the individual who drew number 2, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 235 pounds, Christian.
I'm Michael Cole alongside Taz, and we welcome you to Portland, Oregon. It's been a long time since we've come to Portland, and it's great to be back.
No doubt, Cole. Tonight, the Rose City's gonna get its face rocked, and I can't wait.
And neither can these fans. We better get started, or we might have a riot on our hands. We've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can.
Hey, no, that's not gonna make you popular, but you gotta do whatever it takes to win. No doubt from what we're seeing here, these WWE fans are getting their money's worth.
If they don't yet, I'm sure they will by the end of the match, Taz.
This has been a real rocket bus of a match so far, Cole.
It has indeed, but I think this crowd would like to see these superstars pick up.
Man, his opponent looked like a punk with that counter. Man, Cole, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner, but it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win, rather than compete fairly.
You know, Cole, I was a huge Chris Benoit fan when he was here on SmackDown. But now, after thinking about it, I think there's a good reason why he jumped the Raw.
He just eliminated him with authority. Victory means absolutely everything for these competitors tonight.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. You got any others like, I don't know, nobody wants to lose? Or how about this one? The Super... Sayonara, Scout. See you next time. You know, there is such a thing as playing to the crowd a little too much, and that's exactly what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off. Orlando Jordan has everything it takes to be a great...
He slipped out of that one.
Boy, Christian's a...
That was a textbook reversal. This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, I can enjoy it in peace.
You'll excuse me for doing my job, partner. Sorry to have disturbed you.
So, Cole, you got any predictions? You know who you think's gonna win this one?
No way. I've seen you embarrass yourself with enough bad guesses that I'm not going to risk doing the same.
I kind of wonder if Chris Benoit's lost a step or two since he left SmackDown. We all know the competition on Raw is not really that impressive, let's face it. But I think Benoit might be getting, I don't know, maybe getting. Wow, great reversal. Orlando's got some real impressive physical gifts, Cole. He's a big dude, he's quick as...
And this match is over for that superstar. What a reversal.
A lot of people give Christian a lot of grief, but I think he's a real Oh, God. He tried to hang on, but not hard enough. He's out. Watch it. He reversed it.
These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
Don't bother, Cole. I don't think you're going to be able to. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
And what a wild ride it's been so far, with no signs of stopping anytime soon. It really burns me up to see someone like Muhammad Hassan come into the WWE and badmouth it. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up? I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope.
This one's going to keep on going until someone can't go anymore.
And considering the conditioning of these athletes, that could be quite a while from now.
He likes fighting dirty, and it's easy to see why. He's pretty good at it.
He certainly is, and I hope he's proud of himself. Personally, I find it disgusting. Nice reversal.
Look at these superstars go. It's obvious they've done their homework on each other.
That's for sure. This match might have been over by now if they had.
90% of a match is in the preparation, Cole. You gotta come ready for the battle. These superstars are on top of their game, but only one of them is going to have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole?
I think that's... Yes, it's an elimination! What a counter that was!
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match, but I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for.
I never claimed to be completely objective, Taz. It's no secret I respect superstars who stick within the rules and show some sportsmanship in the ring.
You gotta understand, Cole, I know it ain't exactly kosher, but you're putting your body on the line in there. You gotta do whatever it takes to protect yourself and pick up the win.
Taz, you're talking about two different things. Going outside...
Man, what a ride! It took him all the way out of the match. I'll tell you, as long as these superstars have got anything left in the tank, they'll just keep going.
They certainly don't look like they're going to give anything less than 100% here tonight.
You know, I know I say this a lot, Cole, but this is not ballet. You step between those ropes, you better be prepared to take some punishment.
And to dish some out as well. I don't think I've ever seen a superstar win a match. There he goes, tossed out of the ring and out of this match. He was one step ahead on that one.
And I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, Cole. Because it's sure not for personal experience, I know that.
That's one less superstar to deal with. A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle. There he goes. This one's over for him.
He dodged that bullet. I gotta tell you, I didn't expect these guys to go off on each other the way they have tonight. This has been brutal, this match so far.
Well, Taz, it's not ballet, you know.
Oh, really, Cole? Gee, here I was wondering what happened to the pointy-toed shoes and the nice quick counter. I don't think there's anything Edge...
You saw that one coming. Here it is, Taz. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
I'll tell you what, if his opponent's got a brain in his head, he'll get the heck out of there.
It's been said before, but that doesn't make it any less true. Kane is pure evil to the core. This monster doesn't care about anyone or... Look at these fans. They didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got some bad news for these fans. He don't give a damn what you think. And there's the counter, Cole. Looks to me as this can go down in the books as an instant classic.
I think just about every match has that potential, Taz. This is the WWE after all.
Whoa, he just got eliminated. Can you believe that? There's the reversal, Cole. I don't think the fans like that one too much. I'm sure this breaks this guy's heart.
It should. These fans are the lifeblood of WWE, and he doesn't give a damn what they think. reversal.
You know, I don't know if it's me or not, Cole. I don't know if this is the way it is or what the story is. I think Shelton Benjamin has gotten a little too big for his britches since he went to Raw.
I don't get that impression, Taz. I think, if anything, Benjamin has matured over these last couple of years. I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game. It's crazy to think we actually get paid to do a job like this. There's thousands of people out there who would do this for free.
Really? Maybe I should look into that. I could get a better broadcast partner and save the company some money at the same time.
Keep it up, Cole. Keep it up, and you're gonna find out how tough this job really is when your jaw gets wired shut.
He anticipated that move perfectly. And there's the reversal.
Edge is so quick and so deadly. Oh, come on, quit showing off. This is supposed to be a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before, Taz. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff.
You gotta be kidding me. Give it up. It's not gonna happen.
Come on, Taz. How about a little credit for the attempt? Look at this, Taz. This could be it.
Good night, Irene. Nobody sticks around long after taking a finisher like that. You feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. Going up the turnbuckle hurts a heck of a lot less than coming down from the turnbuckle.
These superstars certainly aren't going easy on each other tonight. They sure are giving the fans their money's worth.
No. Well, that narrowed things down a little bit. You never know what to expect from these superstars, Cole. I mean, this could be over in 60 seconds or 60 minutes.
Well, it wouldn't break my heart if they went for an hour, Taz. I'm really enjoying this match. That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead.
I'll tell you, anyone who thinks this business is a piece of cake, they should get in the ring with these superstars. Uh-oh. Goozle!
Oh, my God! What a choke slam! All the way from hell!
There we go. Out of the ring and out of the match. These superstars are on fire tonight.
They sure are, and I don't think they're going to be put out anytime soon.
You know, Cole, the more I watch this match, the more I'm thinking that there's some legitimate personal issues here between these superstars.
You might be right, Taz. After all, they spent the better part of the match beating... He's building up a head of steam.
Oh, man, here it comes, Cole. 619!
They sacrificed so much to get here today.
Tough luck. Guess he'll live to fight another day.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake and we're going to see that fire go out pronto.
think only one reason why I'm not on Raw, it would have to be Kane. Just being this close to this monster is terrifying. I couldn't imagine having to do it every week.
Hey, Cole, change your underpants and settle down, okay? Me, I like watching Kane tear dudes apart. That's just me. I could watch the Big Red Machine every day of the week. I like this guy, maybe even twice on Sundays.
But the viciousness, the brutality, the complete lack of concern for the welfare of his fellow superstars, whether they're opponents or not, how can you support that?
Hey, Happy, you think you're watching ballet or something? Come on. This is wrestling. It's the WWE. You gotta love watching a superstar take his opponents to the limit. That's exactly what Kane does.
But there's healthy competition and unhealthy competition. Then there's downright dangerous competition. I don't think it's right to ask a superstar to take his life in his hands whenever he faces a monster like Kane. He just didn't have enough left to hang on. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Please, Cole, watch your language, will you? It's a family show.
I said exasperate. Not, oh, never mind.
You don't have to like his attitude, Cole, but you gotta admit that Robert Conway's a heck of an athlete.
Of course he is, Taz. He wouldn't be in WWE.
I've seen matches won and lost because of moves like this. These superstars have been going hard all match.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. Ain't no way you're gonna win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
Hit the showers. You're out of the match.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked in the Taz mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
These superstars are showing some great intensity here tonight, and that's what the WWE fans came to see.
That's for sure, Taz. And the #1 rule here on SmackDown is to send the fans home happy.
He's in trouble, Cole. I am telling you. His opponents really softened him up.
And now one good submission move could end this match.
I gotta say, Cole, when I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away right here.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm not disappointed, but I'll talk about getting stuck with you as a broadcast partner. We'll talk about that later. Longer are these superstars going to be able to keep it up?
Your guess is as good as mine, Taz. They're certainly not going easy on each other, that's for sure. And there goes a superstar.
These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else in your life.
Cole, what you gotta realize, to make it in the WWE, this is not a job. This is a lifestyle. That's why you see so much passion for what they do in the ring.
And that's something you won't see anywhere else. With all due respect to every athlete and entertainer out there, no one gives as much of themselves to their fans as the WWE superstars.
Man,
He's out of the match and on his way to the locker room.
Man, I don't envy that ref. You know, the last place I'd want to be is between these superstars.
You can say that again. Talk about hazardous to your health.
These superstars are putting on a clinic in there.
Yeah, and not a health clinic.
Over the ropes and down to the floor to Grandma's house we go. I know we got his brother, The Undertaker, on SmackDown, but how great would it be if Kane was a SmackDown superstar? Oh, how cool would that be?
I don't...
Oh, boy. Looks like someone's moving up in the world. He don't look too thrilled about it.
He's going for his finisher!
The Dupree bomb. What a wicked move. This match so far, Cole?
I really can't, Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they're surprising the hell out of me here, too.
And I think it's that unpredictability that makes these superstars so exciting to watch.
You're not gonna see action like this anywhere except SmackDown, Cole.
You'll get no argument from me, Taz. SmackDown is the dominant brand in all of sports entertainment. You can see why Heidenreich has been called an animal. And there's an elimination.
This has been a great match so far, and I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're gonna be snippy, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago. This crowd is hoping to see a little bit of the arrogance beaten out of Rene Dupree, and I think they just might get their wish.
Cut the kid some slack, Cole. I don't think he's doing half bad in there.
Don't tell me you're a Rene Dupree fan now, Taz. I've heard you be less than positive about him on a number of occasions, and that's putting it mildly.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm the dude's biggest fan or something like that, but I'm gonna give some credit where credit's due. He's ahead of his game at this point in his career, and if he keeps it up, he's gonna be in great shape, like him or not. Boy, I'll tell you, this is not the way I thought this match was gonna go at all.
And that's what makes the WWE so exciting. The unpredictability of the superstars. You never quite know exactly what you're going to see.
If you ever wondered just how much punishment a human body could take, I think you're gonna get an answer tonight.
You might be right, Taz. It doesn't look like these superstars are going to go easy on each other.
That's not what they're getting paid for, Cole. And besides, they got too much pride to give less than 100% in there. Ain't no know, the French people, they got a reputation of not being the best fighters in the world, but this Rene Dupree, you don't look half bad there tonight.
Well, I'm sure it's only a matter of time.
I had a feeling he was going to pull this out, Cole. I liked his chances all along. There was a lot of ways I thought this one could and would go, but I never thought it would end like this.
Here's your
Neither did I,
winner.
partner. Talk about a disappointment.
Hey, they're smart. They'll set up a rematch ASAP. I'm telling you right now, well, they're going to have some unhappy fans on their hands.